Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. In today's video, I'll talk about all the upcoming new 6-star operators and Arknights and their banner release dates. This will help you plan ahead and save your precious Orundum for your desired operator. To keep the video short, I won't go too much into the details about each operator's kit. I'll save that for future videos when their respective events or banners are announced. So, without further delay, let's dive right in. The first operator on the list is Ascalon. She's a standard 6-star ambush specialist, specializing in reducing enemy movement speed and attacking all enemies within her range with her talent and skills. Fun fact, all of her debuffs stack up to 3 times, and she can keep refreshing their duration as long as she is attacking the same target, making her a very strong crowd control unit while dealing good damage by herself. Her skill 2 provides even more movement speed reduction, and her skill 3 makes enemy prioritize her when attacking, and if she dodges their attack, she regenerates some of her HP. So, if you need an operator who can effectively slow down enemies, including bosses, while dealing solid damage on their own, Ascalon will be the right operator for you. Her banner is expected to drop around mid-October. Additionally, she will be the only 6-star operator featured in her banner. Next on our list are Logos and W-Alter. Both will be featured in the same limited banner, which is probably the most valuable banner in this list. Logos is the standard 6-star, while W-Alter is the limited 6-star operator. Speaking of W-Alter, she is a flinger sniper capable of dealing massive amount of damage and stunning enemies within a large radius. She can attack multiple enemies simultaneously with skill 2, while dealing big AoE damage with her skill 3. She can summon turret-like device that attacks enemies in her range and provides her with camouflage when she's standing close to it. And unlike other flinger operators, she can target aerial units. W-Alter is a highly valuable unit and is undoubtedly worth considering for your account. Having her in your account will make the game so much easier for you. Now, let's talk about Logos. Logos is a standard 6-star core caster. Well, core casters are basically known as the single target caster, but don't let that fool you because one of his talents can make him attack multiple targets at once. Even though he's a core caster, but Logos can pretty much fill any other caster's role in a team. Besides, what makes Logos truly remarkable are his unique skills. With certain condition, he can instantly eliminate enemies with skill 1 and block incoming enemy projectiles for a limited time with skill 3, providing both offensive and defensive utility. With module, he even deals necrosis damage. So, with everything he brings up on the table, it could make him a game changer in some scenarios. Just like W-Alter, upon release, Logos is going to become arguably the best operator in his class. And you will not regret getting him. Also, both of them being in the same banner makes this banner a must-pull. But remember, it's a limited banner, so for the worst case, you better save up 300 pulls to get the guaranteed featured 6-star of your choice. Their banner will come out around early to mid-November, so better start saving from now on. Next on the list is none other than Ulpianus, a long-awaited character who finally got out of the NPC jail. Ulpianus is a standard 6-star Crusher Guard. He is fragile due to having no defense, but don't worry, his good self-sustain abilities makes up for it. His skill 2 is a good AFK skill with good damage and self-sustain. With skill 3, he throws a hook forward in a straight line, stunning enemies on impact. If the hook lands on a deployable tile, Ulpianus can move to that tile and remain there for the skill's duration while dishing out significant damage. Moreover, Ulpianus is an Abyssal Hunter, meaning he benefits from all Abyssal Hunter buffs, making him even stronger when paired with his fellow hunters. He also gives more attack and HP to the whole team. His versatility makes him a must-have for anyone seeking a strong guard operator. For those, like me, who love running the full Abyssal Hunter squad, Ulpianus is invaluable. His banner is expected to drop around December. So, are you interested in him? Let me know in the comments. Okay, the next limited banner will feature two 6-star operators, Narantuya and Pepe. Narantuya is the standard 6-star and the game's first loop shooter sniper. She throws a boomerang-like projectile at enemies that steals some of their attack and defense, and she also has some physical and arts dodge in her kit. With Skill 1, the boomerang bounces between enemies, dealing damage. Skill 2 makes the boomerang travel a certain distance and return, hitting all enemies in its path. Her Skill 3 hits really hard if enemies are standing on the tiles near her. Overall, she's a strong operator and a solid pick, even as a standard 6-star. As for Pepe, she is the first limited 6-star Earthshaker guard. After her skill ends, she gets 1 SP for each enemy she kills during her skill duration. Also, when she is deployed, she increases the attack of other guard operators. Besides, her Skill 3 is what makes her very special. With Skill 3, she does big AoE damage, and it can also continuously stun a target, making them unable to do anything for the skill duration. Pepe and Narantuya should come out in January during the global anniversary. If you fail to get W-Alter, then you may want to consider pulling on this banner if you have enough pulls left by then. Next up is Nymph, a standard 6-star Primal caster who specializes in crowd control and dealing elemental damage. If I'm not wrong, then currently, no enemies in the game can resist elemental damage, making it similar to true damage. However, Nymph has one downside. To unlock her full potential, you'll need other elemental damage dealers like Virtuosa. But even if you don't have Virtuosa or similar operators, Nymph is still useful with her unique skill 2, which inflicts fear, making enemies run away while taking elemental damage. This is a great stalling ability, and yes, it even works on bosses. Nymph may not be as good as some other operators in the list, so I recommend pulling for her if you like her playstyle or want to make a team around elemental damage. Anyways, Nymph's banner was released before the limited banner in the CN server. I believe the global release might be different. Since January marks the global anniversary of Arknights, it makes sense for the limited banner to come first. However, I could be wrong, and Nymph might arrive earlier than expected. We'll just have to wait and see how things unfold. The next and the final banner on the list is the Dungeon Meshi Anime Collab banner, featuring the limited 6-star operator Marcille. She is a 6-star splash caster, good at dealing AoE damage, healing, and crowd controlling enemies. She has a very unique mechanic where instead of SP she uses mana, which only recovers while she is waiting for deployment or redeployment and will not recover while she's on the field. With Skill 1, she can heal other operators if there are no targets for her to attack, and Skill 2 makes her slow or stun enemy targets, while with Skill 3 she can unleash big AoE damage. While her kit offers versatility with healing, control, and damage, her mana-based mechanic could make her tricky to use, as it requires careful timing for deployment and redeployment to maintain her mana generation. From the meta perspective and for new players, she's not really a must-pull, but since she's super limited, and if you like her overall character and playstyle, then by all means you should get her. Her banner is expected to arrive in March next year. I'll discuss her in more detail once she's officially announced for the global server. Anyways, that is all for this video. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.